Hey, what's that over there?
I think it's the River City Rebels.
It's the BLP from the VT, guys, and welcome to the RCR show, episode 2. For you guys that missed out on the first episode, I will link it down below. We're just here celebrating the history of the River City Rebels and kind of celebrating that we're back together. We have some new faces in the group, we got some old faces in the group, and we're pretty much, right now, we're just working on our set. We got a crop of 13 songs we're running, plus we're working on a brand new album that we're going to start recording sometime this summer, hopefully in July, and hopefully finish up in the fall at some point. We got 4 songs so far. The vibe is very early RCR, I would say, minus the horn section, because we're not going with horns this time around. We have 3 guitar players playing at once. So it's heavy guitar lick after guitar lick, and that's taken the place of what normally would have been a horn section. So yeah, that's pretty much what we've been doing. As you know, I told you in the last episode, we're going to try to bring on some special guests to kind of, share their stories about RCR and how we're all connected in this community. And I had someone reach out to me, actually, which was perfect, because this is someone that I would have reached out to. His name is Dave Glesner. He's a writer and a legend in the Austin rock and roll scene. This guy knows and seen everyone. It's incredible. But he was kind enough to share some words and some memories that he has with RCR. So take it away, Dave.
Hey, Dave Glesner here, a.k.a. Metal Dave, a.k.a. Rebel Rouser, lifelong rocker. And yeah, I've got some history with the River City Rebels. In fact, it goes back to something so random and coincidental, it's almost as if fate brought us together. So it's about 2003, I'm in a record store in Austin, Texas. I'm flipping through the CDs and I find this thing by River City Rebels. I flip it over, they do a cover of the Ramones song 53rd and 3rd, I'm sold. I take it home. I'm writing for Metal Edge magazine at that time, and my editor shoots me an email that very same week and says, "Hey, have you heard of this band, the River City Rebels?" I said, "Actually, I just discovered them this week. I'm listening to one of their CDs right now." He says, "I saw them up here on the East Coast. They were a great live band. I met the guys. I hung out with them. They were super cool. I'd like to do something for them in the magazine." I said, okay. He goes, "Well, you're my punk rock guy, so if I send you the new record and you like it, we'll put you on the phone with the lead singer, we'll do an interview, give him a spread in the magazine." Sounds great, let's do it. So, he sends me Hate to Be Loved. Wow, what a great record. Just looking at it, it was produced by Sylvain from the New York Dolls, had a guest appearance from Jesse Malin of D-Generation. I loved it before I heard it, and then I heard it. It was awesome. Great record. Still in heavy rotation here at my house today. So is Keepsake of Luck, by the way. Another great record from the River City Rebels. Anyway, back to Hate to Be Loved. I loved it. I called Bopper. We did a phone interview. The guys ended up with a 3-page, full-color, glossy spread in an international music magazine. I'm guessing it was probably the biggest publicity they ever had at that point in their career. I'm guessing it may still be the biggest publicity they've ever had in their career. But I was honored to do it. We became fast friends. I went and saw them on tour for Hate to Be Loved in San Antonio. We met up, we hung out, we had a great time, became quick friends, and I've always looked forward to them coming back to Texas, especially Austin during South by Southwest, when we probably spent more time together than we should have and got into all kinds of shenanigans. The music was always great as well. High energy, raw power, explosive, just a good time. So, I'm thrilled to hear that Bopper and Patty Bowe are back together. I hope this reunion results in an album. I hope it results in a tour. I hope it brings you back to Texas. I miss you. It's been way too long. Please come see me, guys. I love you. Cheers.
Yeah, Dave's actually right. That was the magazine was Metal Edge, and to that point, it was, and it still is, the biggest thing we ever received press wise, and to have that big of a spread. But the best part was it was the Motley Crue return issue, and for me that was I nerded out. 10-year-old me used to walk to the store to buy Rip magazine and Circus and all those different magazines with Motley Crue on the cover, and I'd rip it out and put it on my wall and kind of dream of that. So it was full circle, and it was all because of Dave. And out of that whole deal, Dave became he's like family. If we do something new, I make sure Dave has it right away because he appreciates it, he gets it, and I miss Austin. He was talking about Austin and all the good stuff that we did there. Yeah, South by Southwest. I mean, I don't think I've drank that much in my entire life. And we've made so many good friends. Our friend Patrick would always hang out. Our friend Alan. So, Dave, thank you very much for sending that over. Very kind words. And hopefully we don't let you down this go. I don't want to let you down.
Well, I drank a little yesterday, and I probably shouldn't have done that.
Well, you ain't Cody. Fucking hell.
I didn't get fucking drunk or anything, but I'm still alive for 3 days, a few beers, balls, and then trying to watch a hockey game after eating 3 hot dogs.
Is there another hockey game on tonight?
So a little bit odd. This past week was a little strange. We actually had some injuries in the group, and it turned into this weird thing. It's how good can you look in the hospital? I'll show you a couple photos. We got Cody, who crashed his motorcycle and he broke his elbow. And then we have JV, and she's just in there for a checkup. But they're both trying to outdo each other. Who can look a little more rock and roll in the hospital? To me, they both look good. Both look good. We just need now for Cody to he's going to be out for the next month with a broken elbow. But that is the beauty of having 4 guitar players. We're still in action. Cody will have to catch up a little bit, but no worries. He's good. He's good like that. Last episode, I asked you guys to send some questions our way. And we actually have some questions from you guys, and I reached out to Patty Bow, and I said, hey, Patty Bow, we're making this new record together. How about you answer some questions for these fine people? And he did. The first question comes from Brandon Junknees. What was it like working with Sylvain? And why was Hate to Be Loved not on vinyl? It's definitely one of his favorites.
It's Sylvain of the New York fucking Dolls. I don't gotta say anymore, but I'll say a little bit more. His energy, his passion, his stories, his anecdotes, even the shit he ate every day was fucking incredible. Plantains and garlic every day. For days. Alright, so that's my answer to that. Next up, why was Hate to Be Loved not on vinyl? Well, to be perfectly honest, my take on it is that at the time, vinyl wasn't as banging and banging as it is today. It wasn't as prevalent. It wasn't as big of a thing. It was more of a niche, whichever. So it wasn't as much of a thing as it is today. So for what we had planned for the 12-inch vinyl release versus what it cost and versus all the stupid, ridiculous, bureaucratic red tape and business aspect of the whole goddamn Spectrum thing of it all, it just wasn't in the cards, papers, whatever the other saying is. I'm not good at sayings that much. But anyway, so yeah, those are my answers, Mr. Brandon J.
Septum Sin vs. the World asked, so what kind of things did you guys do in order to pump yourself up for a show? Rituals, etc.? Is there anything you can plan to carry over to the new shows?
That's actually a really fucking good and awesome question. And I'll give you my kind of meditative process and my kind of ritualistic things I do before a show. And, well, no one else's, because I don't speak for the guys and the gals, and, I am not a mind reader. So, in order to pump myself up for a show, first of all, if you're the headlining band, like we ended up being in a good many situations, you're able to bring on a intro intro mix CD to the sound guy if you're cool with the sound guy. Like, always treat your sound guy with the utmost respect and kindness, by the way, because that's, the guy or gal that's going to make you guys and gals sound good. So yeah, we would give the sound guy or sound girl a mixtape that probably about half hour, 20 minutes before we were on, they would pump through the room while the other bands were tearing down and whatnot in between them. And we had it set up so that by the time a certain playlist hit, we knew it all come together, and you do the little meditative circle and get everyone's magic and mojo up for the set that night. So then, yeah, that was one of the things that we did. I mean, that's a pretty common thing, I think. But other than that, one of my personal things was I tended to find a weird little spot and just be by myself for 10 minutes and just kind of soak up the atmosphere and magic of the place like a little cosmic sponge or something. So yeah, that's a couple rituals, and as far as I'm concerned, I plan on taking. Those are both things we plan on carrying over to the new shows.
Thanks, Patty Bo. Those were some good answers. Working with Sylvain was a super treat. I mean, that was we soaked every story in, and he was friends with everyone. So he'd bring in Frankie from Blondie and the old bass player Peter Jordan, who used to fill in with the New York Dolls. He just knew everyone in the city, so they'd all come hang out and get drunk at the studio with us, and in the stories. It was priceless. It was worth every dime we paid Sylvain. Why is there no vinyl? Patty Bo pretty much nailed it. Hate to Be Loved on vinyl didn't happen because at that time vinyl just wasn't happening at that moment, and it's a shame because it needs to be on vinyl. Maybe I'll reach out to Victory Records. I've been thinking about it lately and asking Tony to consider releasing that on vinyl. And Pat was saying that, to get pumped up for a show, you'd find a corner or something and meditate, do whatever. All those things are true, but I think what he left out was we used to just fucking party really hard and drink really heavy. So the time we were about to hit the stage, we were starting to see stars and everything was spinning anyway, so the chaos was going to happen. We weren't going to feel it in our bodies, so I think that was a real benefit. And the theme song, we used to come out to different songs, whether it be Shangri-La's or Run DMC, just stuff that would get us really motivated and ready to play. We have some shows in the works. So we're not playing this summer. We're just going to focus on this record and getting the band as tight as possible. But come fall, we are playing. I know at least 2 shows that are guaranteed going to happen. We're just working out the dates and the details. One is going to be in Hanover, New Hampshire. So that's pretty much the area we're in right now. That's where I grew up. River City Rebels are from this area. So we're going to do a show here. And we're also going to go to our second home, which is Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Because, well, Wilkes-Barre gets it. And it's always a good time. And those are the 2 shows that are going to happen, definitely. We might do a third or fourth, but I'm not going to promise anything. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully the next episode will announce the dates and confirm it all. And any of you guys that want to make the trip for it, or you're from those areas, you can come out and hang out with us. We are going to wrap up this episode right now. I don't want to go too long with this. Short and sweet. Last time, I'm going to try to end each show with a performance from RCR. This one is kind of a RCR performance, but it's actually my first solo show, and I don't think many people saw it. I mean, there was some people there, but there was one video from the show, and it's a song called Bloody April from the Hate to Be Loved album, which we're playing more songs from Hate to Be Loved with this new lineup than any other album. So if that tells you anything, I figured why not throw in Bloody April. Here's an acoustic performance from Burlington, Vermont at the now defunct 242 Main.
And you know it, I want you to circle home and into real life. I can rip down the photos and bury your memories. Stay in my heart, your neon green. I guess I'm a lovesick casualty, a chosen for that other half. Shattered on Ninth Avenue, New York City. Heartbreak City, New York City. So it's all enough more to just walk on by. Through treason and reason, you'll always be my blood.
I think what I love about this video the most is when the camera kind of pans around, you see the guys all there. You see Patty Bowe, you see Jungle Face Jake, you see Tim Gray, our old roadie, and they're all super supportive. I remember I practiced weeks and weeks trying to get a performance down with an acoustic guitar. Terrified, really nervous. Didn't sound as bad as I remembered it, actually. That's the crazy part.
I can tell you I shed a tear, but that pretty face will say it all. Your emotions are hidden like fears, where no one's gonna find them. And I'll miss those down.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap up the RCR show, episode 2. Thank you so much for the questions, for the comments, for all of the support you guys are giving us. It's going a long ways here and keeping the shit moving forward. So if you guys have any other questions, just leave it in the comments below. Leave it on our Facebook page. We're going to try to answer as many as possible. And we're going to start spotlighting some of the new members of RCR. Kevin Byers, Nick Grandchamp, Cody Sanborn. So you guys get to know them a little bit more. But until next time, do what you do.